This is the last episode.
You're doing like a Latin beat. What are you doing?
Huh?
That's like a Latin kind of rhythm
Oh, I'm
you're going
singing
for.
to the... Oh, yeah, you don't have headphones on.
No, but because I'm hearing only you, you're just doing like a Latin rhythm.
That's funny. I'm just... I'm singing terribly to the intro song. The intro song called Reach for the Czars by Nathan Maxx.
Not at my tempo.
Sorry.
I just throw drumsticks at you. How expensive are drumsticks?
Huh?
How expensive are like a pair of drumsticks? Like shitty drumsticks that you buy?
Probably
Like not good ones. That are
I
made
bet
of, like,
you could buy like shitty drumsticks for like $10-15.
a pair?
Yeah, I bet you could.
How come I couldn't just like cut wood in my backyard and make them for like no dollars?
I guess you could.
Are they hard to make?
Yes.
Are they?
Have you ever held a drumstick before in your life?
I've held a mini drumstick.
Then yeah.
The ice cream.
I mean, if you...
Got 'em.
I think it's getting that tip real good. That's the hard
that
part.
weird little anal plug thing,
Yeah.
that butt plug on the end.
Yeah, the tiny butt plug. Yeah.
What is that? Does that exist just to play hi-hats?
No.
Why is it a butt plug at the end? Why isn't it just like a big old stick that plays noise like other drums?
I mean, you can.
Why do drum kits have to have special sticks? Explain.
I'm not a
You've
drummer.
been drumming your entire life.
I never.
You're doing it before I got here. You're going nuts.
I'm not a drummer. I played.
You
drums.
have like 3 kick pedals, and you only have 1 foot.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so I know drummers that will flip the stick around to get harder.
I thought that's just for like cool tricks.
No. It's no. Like
I thought it was for flair to show off.
Instead of like hitting, like for example, like hitting the snare with the butt plug end, they'll hit it with the butt end.
That's the same end, stupid. Never seen a butt before. What are you, like an amoeba?
Yes, amoeba. I am an Amoeba Records store.
A whole amoeba record? Wow, that's not a good idea.
Hey guys, this is the last episode podcast. My name is, and this is going to be a short one.
Wow, that's a lot to change your name to. How'd the courts approve that? That must have been very expensive. They charge by the letter, don't they?
Yes. I am.
Is that a misconception, or do they actually charge by the letter?
I have no idea. I've never changed my name.
I've only ever heard of that before, thanks to the Simpsons episode where Homer changes his name to Max Powers. And I went, hell yeah, I want to do that. And now I'm an adult. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do that. I'm not that stupid.
Excuse me while I kiss. No, excuse me.
Well, I change my while I give my firstborn's name Dova King to get free Skyrim games forever.
Excuse me while I change my firstborn's name to Doritos Locos Tacos to get free COD points.
Wait. Real? Real? Real or wish to be real?
Wish to be real.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think Activision has a promotion going on to where if you name your firstborn Doritos Locos Tacos, you get free COD points.
Fucking stupid ad thing for Turok, where if you named your baby Turok or some bullshit, they gave you like money.
That's
or no,
funny.
I think if you put Turok on your grave, some weird shit.
That's what I want in life.
I'm trying to remember. There's also this one fucking game.
That's the kind
There's
of
like this racing game, I think, where they said, hey, if you can show us that you're speeding on your way to get your copy of this game day 1, we'll pay your ticket.
That's the kind of in-app purchases I want in real life.
And what you mean a purchase? You mean buying a thing, giving people money for a service or good? That's just buying something, Lewis.
In life purchases.
You don't have to video game everything in that purchase. Yeah, my taxes are a bill for my PS Plus service.
My taxes are DLC,
so
I have to.
So like, what are your friends' DLC?
Yeah,
you have to pay for a new pack every month for a new adventure.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm paying Andres $17 million every week to be here.
That's some good DLC.
It better be.
That's a. You know about the train simulator games, right?
I do.
And their infamous DLC costs.
No,
I think the current one with everything you could possibly buy is like about $9,000.
That's pants on head retarded.
But what if you really like train games? Then is it dumb? What if you do? Okay, think about it. Some people who play only simulator games don't even play video games. Like that's their only hobby. It's
Fair.
just trains and train simulators.
Yeah, I guess. If you have money, I don't care.
But
if you have money and you want to spend it on
what if they don't and they still buy?
Okay, then look, if you don't have money, don't spend $9,000 on train simulator DLC. But if you have money and you want to spend $9,000 on train simulator DLC, go hog wild, boyo.
I want to go train wild.
Go train wild, boyo. I want to talk about Mega Man 11 real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about how people are mad about an animation change that I don't think matters. What is up with that, by the way? Why are people so mad? I saw it and I'm like, what is people's deal?
So in the original Mega Man series, in 1 through 10, when you go to a door to go to a boss, if you if you notice the animation, your character Mega Man stays in the middle of the screen, but the screen shifts over to the right.
And it always looks, and it looks stupid.
It looks stupid, yeah. And in this game, it doesn't.
And that's it. I bet you that's gonna be like a hey, you beat the game without like dying. Here you get this like stupid Easter egg that lets you do that.
I want that.
Or like hey, you can buy it in the shop like for like 1,000,000 bolts.
Yeah, give Otto 1,000,000 boats and then boats.
If you boats. If you really care.
Yeah.
Okay, but the fact that if the game pauses, that's enough for me. Like, oh, the game pauses for a second, that's fine enough. That's all I really care about. Is like the split second pause. Like in the X games where you run in place like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I have something like that, or as long as you can jump and go through the door, I'm fine.
I have a couple of gripes with the Mega Man. I played the demo a little bit. I was doing terribly. I played it like twice or two or three times. I didn't beat it. I just died a bunch of times and then I gave up.
Just like real life.
I didn't get to the boss. Just for whatever. I'm not bad at Mega Man. I promise.
He's bad at life.
I'm bad at life. But I'll say there are some problems that I want fixed, and they're pretty simple.
Make the game easy.
No,
so I can play it.
No, I don't care about the difficulty.
Make it so that I can never die. Give me journalist mode.
The difficulty's fine. No, the biggest thing for me is the dash thing. I talked to you about this the other day. Like, so in Mega Man 3 and on, you can dash either by pressing a button or not 3. Mega Man X, I mean. What? Right?
Yeah, you can dash.
I'm tired, guys. Yeah, okay.
You can do a cool slide in some of the older Mega Man games, or you do a dumb spin.
It's slide that I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
I'm tired, guys. That's fun. You can either double tap forward to slide or press A to slide. And in Mega Man 11, you can only press A. You can't double tap. You can't even go to the controls and change it. Like there's zero options to do that, which I don't like because I like mobility and charging a shot at the same time. And that little thing, it sounds like a little thing, but it's not. Like it's literally impossible to hold.
Because looking at it, thinking about it in my head, you'd have to take your thumb off of a button and then kind of keep one end of your thumb and then rotate it.
And you can't because
that feels like a. That reminds me of the weird shit you had to do to play old Monster Hunter on portables, where you had to like do weird positions with your hands to do things the way you wanted to.
Which in a fast-paced game like Mega Man, like it's
not as fast as the X games because those are a different style of game altogether.
Yeah,
but they're trying to go for a medium between both.
It feels like the middle ground between the original.
They're going for slower platforming that was in the Mega Man games, but some of the faster-paced movement you could do in the X games.
Yeah, and a lot of like the mini bosses and like stuff like that from like X games and stuff, which is cool. I like the mini boss aspect because in this game, it looks like in the demo we only get one boss, but it looks like there's mini bosses in each stage, so which is cool. I like mini bosses. Do they just lock the screen or do they close the doors? Yeah, they close the doors.
I assume because it's like a modern game, they have to close the doors. I remember it's like in the old games because it's all you move from screen to screen. It was just you can't move forward, so you'd have to kill it.
Yeah. Pretty much. Same thing.
I wonder if they would try to do that for some reason in like a modern setting. Would make no sense in that new engine.
Nah, it's okay. It still feels like Mega Man, and so it's fine.
His jump still looks stupid.
And I wouldn't want it any other way.
I want it another way. I'm so tired of that jump.
No, I'm not at all.
If it's not the sprite, then I think it looks really ridiculous.
I'll say this. It's so fluid. Looking at
like X's jump with his knee out looks cool in 3D.
Oh.
Whereas like the double knees out. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of makes sense because for some reason he has suction pads on his knees to let him wall jump, which sure, whatever. But Mega Man like throwing one leg out and one arm out and then keeping the other half rigid is ridiculous.
And his arms straight up in the air.
He's a robot. Oh no, we call him Mega Man or Rock Man, but he's not either. He's a boy.
No, he's a robot.
Yeah, but at best he's a boy who was a robot.
Fair.
But why does he gotta move like that?
I don't know, man.
Why does he have like a noodly appendage that can do that only when he's in midair jumping?
No, one of the cool things that I notice is like when you're running back and forth and stuff, like the animation for Mega Man himself like is very fluid. Like he'll like when you're running forward and then you quickly turn around, he'll like do a little slide.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
neat.
Like little stuff like that like really adds to the feel of this game. It's an amazing looking and feeling game. I'll say that.
Do you think it looks better than what we saw when they first showed it off last year?
Yes.
Okay.
They polished it for sure.
Like, do you think it's just textures are better, or is it like a lighting
I think I don't know. It just everything's like polish is the word I'd use. Like it's shinier and nicer.
Because I'm not going to touch the demo. It just came out on PS4. I'm not going to touch it.
It's kind of like the difference between Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. Like everything just seems shinier and nicer. Like that's how I feel about it.
To be fair, Bayonetta 1 was a way older game than 2, even when 2 came out.
Yeah, fair enough. But that's the best example I can give. Because that was the first thing I noticed when I played Bayonetta 1 and then Bayonetta 2 was like, this game is now...
Because it was a port of a Wii game and then a game built on a Wii U.
Yeah. It's like, this game is now shiny.
Well, no, not a port of a Wii game. A port of a PS3 360 game.
Yes. Was it on the Wii?
No. The Wii could not handle that.
No.
The PS3 could barely handle it. The PS3 version is awful.
PS3 couldn't handle much.
It was because of the hardware shit.
Yeah.
And then also, that bullshit.
All right. That's pretty much all I have. Yeah,
ran bad.
That's pretty much all I have to say about Mega Man, actually, because I didn't play as much as I wanted.
I didn't even play it. I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, I was debating on it because
I haven't looked at any of it. I haven't looked at any of it since maybe E3 when they showed up like a thing.
The level's long, which is good. The one thing that was weird is that the way they do the checkpoint system doesn't seem.
Are they signposted checkpoints, or are they just like, hey, Mega Man, you get past a certain point, you just come back here?
So that's
I'm used to that.
So that's. Sometimes it's weird. There's a lot of weird glitches I'm noticing, like errors that I don't know if it's supposed to be there or not. like the checkpoint thing doesn't work sometimes. Like sometimes I'll die in an area and then I'll go back like halfway through the level, and then it's like, okay, that makes sense. Like that's where the checkpoint was, I guess.
Yeah. And
then sometimes I'll die in the same spot, and then it'll send me back to the beginning of the stage. Yeah, and I don't know.
That is a bit weird.
I don't know if it's based on like how well you're doing. It's like if you're doing well,
like adaptive difficulty or something.
Maybe I have no idea. It's
because that would be dumb because it was adaptive. Why would it punish you more for doing worse?
Yeah, I don't understand, and it doesn't tell you either, so you don't know when you're doing well.
Is that that is a weird thing to happen.
Yeah, so I'd rather it just be the normal checkpoint thing, like every Mega Man ever, where it's just you die and then you spawn back at like one of the two checkpoints. You're
guaranteed a checkpoint either halfway through the level or after beating a mini boss.
Yeah,
usually what you have to kind of think about.
Yeah, there's usually like 2 checkpoints in a Mega Man game,
or 3 level. If it's like a really long level or something.
Yeah,
and if it's a Wily Castle, it's fuck you, beat it.
Yeah, fuck you, beat it. Pretty much. I'm excited for the Wily Castles, but I'm not.
I wonder if we'll even call it a castle this time.
Probably.
Maybe they'll change it for this one to be special.
I don't know. I was gonna say Fortress, but that's Sigma.
Yeah, Sigma Fortress, Wily Castle, because they're meant to be like parallels, but.
I don't know. I'll say this: I'm not a fan of the music
so far.
Yeah,
from the one track you've heard.
The intro track, the main music, like menu screen isn't memorable at all. The stage select music.
To be fair, I can't remember the menu music for the X games.
I can do the first one.
I can't. I remember the song that you hear when you pick a boss. Because you hear that 9 times guaranteed, and it's super loud. Oh, I remember because I don't like it. It's super generic. Like I can't even tell the title screen for X because I think it sucks.
I was just singing the title screen music because I love the title screen music.
I don't like it at all.
I like it.
I don't like the instrumentation they picked for it.
I like it because
it doesn't work for things that are not action levels.
Fair.
Like it's all too loud and rambunctious.
Okay.
For Mega Man.
But that's the point of X. It's supposed to be all different.
Yeah. But it I think it's because it's a weird thing. It feels super 90s before that was even a term that could even be a thing.
Oh, for sure.
Like it was like so formative of that time.
It wasn't that like 91 when X
Yeah, like
came
1991.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, like I remember 2 is a lot better.
I don't, because I don't know. I mean, the original Mega Man music is better than the X music. So, but the Mega Man 11 music just feels very generic, and it has no sense of like, it doesn't feel like Mega Man. It almost feels like someone who like, hey, make music for this video game. It's like, okay, do I have any reference? Nah, just do what you think.
Did you check who the composer is?
I have not. I could, but I don't feel like it. So yeah, there's that. That's my Mega Man story. Let's talk about Battlefield 5. Because I played the beta.
That was a public beta, huh?
Yeah.
For everything? Like consoles and PC?
Yeah. I think it ends today. I think today's the last day. I'll probably play it after the podcast.
And what was in this beta?
Like
what were the modes available?
I don't know, but I was just playing Conquest. 64v64 Conquest is what I always play in Battlefield. So if that's not good,
it's the game mode. Yeah.
If that's not good, it's either that or Rush. Like those are my game modes in Battlefield. And I don't think Rush isn't in the beta. I don't remember Rush in Battlefield 1. Is it?
I didn't play Battlefield 1 at all.
I don't even remember. I don't play Battlefield 1's not my favorite.
I touched 4 for like an hour, and that was the last one I ever played.
I love Battlefield 4. I still play that to this day. Like I was just playing it the other day. Like I love Battlefield 4. So the Battlefield 5 beta, it feels like It feels like a more refined version of Battlefield 1, which is not bad necessarily. Like it fixes a lot. Like it adds to what 1 started. My thing is I don't like the way 1 feels. And so Battlefield 5.
Is it really just how 1's like how the fights feel and like timing of like how the battle shifts on the map?
Yeah,
is it like too fast or
it's it's really hard to describe
because I've heard that sentiment from people who that's just a different feeling.
I think one of the biggest thing, and I noticed the other day, is why I like Battlefield 4 so much is because I'm a fan of the scale of it.
Right.
I like it's big, large, over the top scale, buildings falling down, jet fights above you,
like giant radio tower map in 4.
Yeah, but it's still fast, and that it's huge, over the top, large scale, but it's still fast, engaging in combat.
That classic Battlefield destruction TM.
Yeah,
which they've been selling the game on hard since 3.
But I feel like Battlefield 1 and 5, just by the nature of when they're set in World War I and World War II. There's no big buildings or anything.
Unless they fought fought in England or something.
But even then, it's like in Battlefield 1, there are some building stuff, but there's no skyscrapers. There's no giant towers.
It's towns.
It's just towns. There's small buildings.
Which is more what Bad Company 2 was doing.
Yeah, which I
like that series, but that's because it was doing its own thing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Bad Company 2 that much as everyone else is. I think 3 and 4 did better, but just because 3 and 4 added the stuff that I liked about Battlefield.
We mean the stuff that was already there that just went away. Because Battlefield 2 and 2148 exists. But
I didn't even know 2148 was a thing.
Yeah.
Until the other day.
Well, it's dead, but because fans are awesome, it's not dead anymore. You can go play it.
Yeah.
If you type in on google.com or go to a good YouTube video that I watched a review on and on, you can go do it.
I was talking to Isaiah about different Battlefield games, and I was like, okay, let me look up the chronological.
And then there was Battlefield 1942 and 43 that came out that were really well liked. I like 42.
Yeah, same. But I
was looking... that Battlefield Heroes free to play game that existed that people forgot about.
I remember that. I remember when that came out.
It lasted for longer than I thought it would, 3 years.
Remember Battlefield
PC
Hardline?
Only.
Remember Battlefield Hardline?
I do. I played that game.
That game
sucks.
Yeah.
The single player is bad and the multiplayer is even worse.
All Battlefield single player sucks. Even Battlefield 1 is kind of boring after a while.
I think I beat 3s. Oh no, I tried to for a trophy, and I was like, man, fuck this.
It's literally worse.
No, because the AI bugs out. It spawns are broken.
It's literally worse than any Call of Duty campaign. Every Call of Duty campaign is better than any Battlefield campaign.
It's bad.
I will hold that position to the day I die.
At least the opening for Battlefield 3 is where you're on the train is pretty cool.
Yeah, the opening of Battlefield games are always good. Yeah. They always set pieces for Battlefield games, because again, it's about the scale and everything. But okay, so Battlefield 5, like I said, that scale, I think that's what I don't like about it. Everything feels very flat. There's
how many maps did you play on when you were playing?
I don't even 2 or 3.
And were they all kind of just what were they setting?
There was a snow map. There was a
with villages in it, or
desert
something?
map, and then there was a village map. I don't know. I think that those are the 3 that I remember. I pretty much played 3 or 4 games, and that was it. Because I got so bored so fast.
Battlefield game matches are long.
Yeah, well,
they're long by design.
Yeah, that's all.
So playing 4 matches that's a lot of gameplay.
Oh yeah, exactly. Each match, 20, 25 minutes. It's
or 40 if it's a really close one.
Yeah, or if you're playing on what I like. Another thing that I like about Battlefield 4 and stuff is the custom servers and stuff where slower or higher tick rates. So
3 introduced that with its server browsing.
Yeah.
And then the server browsing in 3 was garbage because you had to go to a website.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
I do remember that.
You had to do that for because remember they had server browsing on consoles too.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to go to a fucking website.
Yeah, it was
to do the servers. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was dumb. But
then they made it.
It was like that for Battlefield 4 for a while.
Yeah. They fixed it after a while, right? It's we'll just let you guys do it.
By the time I got Battlefield 4, it was fixed.
By the time that game was actually playable,
yeah,
and everyone finally started to like it because it was working. Christ's sake, the game was broken for almost a year.
I got Battlefield 4 for $5 on Origin. Yeah. It was $5. It was on sale.
And you got it when it was far beyond done.
And it's still populated enough to where I can always play that game.
Yeah, it's Battlefield. Battlefield's not a small series. No, at all.
Here's another thing too. I can always find games for Battlefield 4. I can almost never find games for Battlefield 1.
On PC?
Yeah,
it's only play on PC.
Mm-hmm. So that's another thing to note. And I can see
maybe more populations on console. It's probably that situation. Like Titanfall 2 is more popular on PS4.
Oh, really?
Server player? Yeah. I look at the, because I still play Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And I look at the, because you can go to like the Reddit, like, hey, who's playing on what's console today? Or like what times?
Yeah.
Because it's an older game, but people still want to know. It's more people are on PS4.
Interesting. I
Like
didn't know
generally. Maybe probably because the game goes on sale a lot as well.
True.
And well, the sales that it gets on PS4 are like really good compared to like PC, where it's like that's kind of they're used to it. So people who buy those games on console value it more.
For sure.
Like I bought the deluxe edition of that game for like $10, which came with like the game and like 2 of the premium mechs, like a couple like XP tokens.
Cool.
I was like, oh yeah, $10, sure.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of people
for that game, yeah, totally worth it. Yeah. I got that game for like $30.
But then you run into people who are like, oh yeah, I'm like a level 1,000. And it's like, oh fuck.
I know it happens.
Yeah.
But no, there's a couple of cool little tweaks that I like about Battlefield 5. I like the bleeding out system.
What is that?
So when you die, if you don't get shot too many times, like when you know how in Battlefield when you die, you have like 10 seconds for
the medic comes rubs an item on you and you get back up.
Yeah. So in this, same thing, but it actually shows you on the floor bleeding out, and you can either hold the like right mouse button to call for help.
Oh, and they Gears of War it.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's a cool little feature where it's like it's a thing that makes sense, because in Battlefield it's always like, oh, I'm dead. I'll just go to the menu and hopefully someone will revive me.
You mash a button to get back in because your medic usually sucks.
Yeah,
or you don't have a medic.
But in this, it's like you still feel like you're in the combat even when you're dead.
Wait, what are the classes in this game?
4.
What are they?
Assault, medic, whatever the scout is, and then engineer. Same as every Battlefield since the beginning of time.
So they never added it back in support.
Yeah, I guess not.
Huh.
Yeah, same. Whatever Battlefield 1 had, it's the same.
Okay, because it was always like assault, medic. Well,
no, there was no assault.
Yeah,
right? I don't remember.
Because it was assault, medic, support, engineer, and then recon.
Yes.
That's what it always used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if they took support out in 4 or in 1.
1. It's still in 4, I think.
Because support could drop recon could drop spawns, assaults would drop. What the fuck did assault do?
Assault didn't drop anything.
What does assault do in this game?
Same thing in Battlefield 1 where they have grenade. They can take out like tanks and stuff.
Oh right, they get ordnance.
Yeah.
But also engineers got that. So what engineers have? Just repairing vehicles and that's it?
Repairing vehicles,
and floating
and turret stuff.
All right.
I think they build faster too, because remember you can build in this game, which I haven't tried at all because I've
What is the building? Are you building vehicles?
No, it's just you can build
sandbags and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that in 1?
No, that's a new thing for 5.
That seems kind of interesting.
It's interesting, but it's not. I never tried it. Like it was one of those things that like I totally avoid, and I didn't see anyone else try it either. It was one of those things that's like it's a feature that no one's ready to use.
And people, it's like how I found out in I look at the UI for Call of Duty World War II, and it's fucking bad for that matchmaking menu.
Yes,
and I didn't know this. You can still vote for maps in that game.
I'm sure you
can. It's like every other game since like Black Ops 1 or like since fucking Halo, which invented that idea for like console shooters.
It did.
You can still vote on it, but because the UI is so shitty and the people who play those games don't know how to read, nobody ever votes for maps.
Dang.
So I'm like, holy shit, the UI is that bad you can't even tell you could vote for maps. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I thought they took that out because I watched somebody play World War II for a while and I was like, wait, you can vote for maps? Since when? Oh, it's always been there. Just you can't see it. Because everything's gray and brown and it's in the bottom left of the fucking UI.
Yeah, I have a feeling
weird. It's so weird oversight.
I think Battlefield 5 is not going to do well at all. People are
the misconceptions of that report are wrong, but I don't think it'll be. I don't know if ittle do as well as 1.
It won't. I guarantee it won't. It's
coming out. It's coming out in a crammed season.
Yeah, there's so
many. When I mean crammed season, I just mean Red Dead 2.
Yeah,
Red Dead is making games go away to February.
Well, remember
many games are getting moved to February.
Isn't Fallout 76 coming out this year also?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, think about all the games that are coming out this year. Smash. People care about that.
That's in December though, but still,
the end of this
year. People
have
limited incomes.
Exactly.
As it is.
This is winter season of video games.
Like I'm not going to be buying a multiplayer game this year. I'm going to be playing maybe 2 games. Like I'm going to be buying Smash. I'm going to be buying Red Dead, and that's it.
Fair.
Everything else is like maybe if I want to Spider-Man so badly right now.
It's good.
I look at it and I go. I look at them move and I go. I need to touch this.
Well, I hear that the combat's kind of boring.
It's Batman, but I like that combat, and I only played.
I like that combat
one of those games. Halfway through, it's still fresh to me.
Cool.
And then that's kind of untrue because you can do stuff on the walls.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can do real combo, unlike Batman, where it's just hold L and triangle and it feels like shit because it
doesn't feel like shit.
It's floaty.
I disagree. And the first one did. Arkham Asylum feels floaty.
Like doing your special moves in the first Arkham game felt awful.
Yes, I agree. By Arkham Knight, the combat felt awesome.
Yeah, I was already sick of those games by the first. I didn't even beat the first game.
Wow, interesting.
Because I got it and I was like, it's fine.
I love the Arkham series.
But the Metroid style of it, I was like, this doesn't feel fun to explore.
I've said this.
Like the backtracking in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this isn't. I don't want to backtrack, but I like backtracking in Metroid style games. So why would I play this anymore?
It's I've gone on
Riddler
record.
trophies killed it for me.
I've got
the first game because I tried and I was like,
oh yeah,
I ruined the game for myself. I went too hard.
I've gone on record by saying the Arkham series is one of my favorite Batman stories.
But the Riddler things kill it gameplay wise if you focus too much on them.
Yes.
Everyone told me that, but I already ruined it for myself for one game, and
true.
they all have it.
Yes, they do.
Isn't there an ending you can only get if you get them all?
Yep.
In like the third game, right?
Yeah, for Arkham Knight, there's a regular ending where, spoiler alert, whatever. This game is like 17 years old.
You're 17 years old.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Mom.
In Arkham, at the end of Arkham Knight, he blows up the Wayne Manor, and there's like,
who's he?
Oh, Batman.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Wayne blows up.
I was like, who do you mean he? You mean his butler?
Yes.
He wants a raise and he blows it up.
Pretty much. No, but yeah, they blow up the Wayne Manor and they blow up the Batcave, and then that's the end. That's the normal ending. But then the Riddler ending,
there's a little funny dance. It goes, I want to be Jim Carrey when I grow up.
I believe the Riddler ending shows that like he rebuilds it or something.
The Riddler rebuilds it?
No, like Batman rebuilds it.
That's not a secret ending. That's just lame. That's just another cutscene.
That's the thing. It's just another.
It's not even cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's just another cutscene.
It's not even like, oh, you get to see like the Red Hood show up.
No,
or talk to somebody.
I mean that's what the game is. That's what Arkham Knight is.
No, but like a character like it's like, oh, they're kind of cool, but they haven't been in this game yet. They show up like that kind of stinger.
Yeah,
like check out the next game. Not even that.
No,
damn,
no, it's not worth it. Anyways,
not even like a cool cutscene where he does the dance number like Bayonetta.
No.
That's the best ending ever.
It was.
You beat this fucking ridiculous game.
And then for like
it's just a music video.
A 5-minute dance scene. That's so goes on for way too long.
Too long. That's the best part about it.
Yes.
Because there's too much work and it's the best.
Yeah.
I want to see Batman do Bayonetta's dance.
That was definitely what's his name? What's the creator dude who's of Bayonetta and
Hideki Kamiya?
Yeah. That's definitely just him jacking off for 5 minutes.
Have you But have you seen they did Let's Plays of it and they like subtitled it and also made like a little documentary? I found out there was an argument they wanted to take the glasses off of Bayonetta.
Gross.
And he fought for months. Like they're staying on. God damn it! I like girls with glasses, and they stayed on.
I love
it.
But
he fought for months to keep them on.
Good. Dude, that's why I like him.
Yeah,
so much.
Kamiya's insane, and he yells at people on Twitter all day.
Oh, okay.
You know about that, right?
No.
Hideki Kamiya is very vocal and very mean to people on Twitter.
Cool.
If you're a little bit stupid or asking him questions, he just bans you. Cool. Or just calls you a shithead and just does whatever.
I'm usually not a fan of that, but for him, I'm okay with it.
No, it's because he does it to people who do dumb questions, and also he's just like, I don't really care. Twitter's not serious.
Yeah.
But it's become a point where they've had to go, you're tweeting too much. We have to take your phone away. You need to get back to work. And it's like, oh, okay.
Okay, real quick, I just want to say, yeah, all the games that are coming out this year that like people care about.
There are a lot of games, like small games that I want to play too.
But like the main one that people are like the general.
Well, the first one came out, that was Spider-Man. That was like the big one.
Yeah,
it's doing very well.
Spider-Man, Battlefield 5, Black Ops 4, Red Dead 2, Fallout 76.
I think
Smash.
Rise of Tomb Raider comes out. That's a big game. I don't care about it, but they sell very well.
Yes. Okay.
I don't care, but they do well.
So that's 7 games that are coming out this year already, and there are more.
And that's not including like the other games that might like get a hey, it comes out next week relaunch or indie games or re-releases or no. I'll say this one, Dragon Quest came out, and I really want to touch that too.
People care about that.
The Dragon Quest one's actually a really big deal because that series, it's weird. It's a super old, long-standing series. Most of those games don't come out in English.
Yeah,
but it's like a AAA series.
Yeah, people
that never comes out in America.
That. Yeah, I know.
Like the people who love it in America, I'm like, oh, it's great. You guys get none of them because I don't know, and they're getting them again. And looking at that game, it looks like what I really wanted from an RPG for a long time, like how Octopath Traveler is, which I still want to pick up. It's just an old style RPG, but with a budget.
Okay, let's talk about. I want to talk about. Speaking of Black Ops 4, I want to talk about Blackout.
Speaking about Black Cops,
I want to talk about Black Cops. So
80 of them.
80 of
Drop
them.
onto a field.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Drop into an island.
Where are we dropping?
I hate seeing t-shirts of that unironically.
What? Where are we dropping, boys?
Yeah.
I love it.
Seeing Fortnite shirts at like boardwalks at the beach or at malls is like such a fucking surreal thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you see next like the bootleg Drake merch.
Yep. And it's
fucking weird.
I'll see the same amount of like 20-year-olds wearing it as like 8-year-olds.
Unironically.
Yeah. It's
and also seeing kids do Fortnite dances when they're bored is still a thing. I was at a wedding and I saw that like 5 times.
Okay, so you talked about that. Okay, so
but I keep seeing it. It's
know,
only getting worse as the days go by.
It never ends.
The plague rises. That's the plague ink is just put in Fortnite dance.
So I haven't played the Blackout beta yet because I don't own a PS4, but I have seen a lot of gameplay of it. I have seen hours.
You've been streaming it all weekend.
It just started yesterday, and I've seen a lot. It looks good. It's different enough, I think, to stand on its own from all the other battle royales. I think what will hurt it a lot, obviously, is that you have to pay $60 to play it.
Yeah. Which won't matter for people who already buy COD every year.
Yeah, it won't matter for the people. The population.
But that number of people who buy only COD has changed.
Yes. The population, I will never worry about like that game not being populated, that game mode. But for the general.
Because it's a single player, so what else are they going to do?
Exactly. But I am worried about like. And then, I like Treyarch. I like the Black Ops series. I want it to do well. And so it'd be nice if we can get some players from other battle royale games not moving over to Blackout, but adding it to their library of battle royale games that they play and stream and stuff. And I don't know if this game is good enough for that, and I wish it was.
To muscle in on the market, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's still
it'll be played because it's a new one.
Yeah,
that's the reason Scum is doing so well.
Oh yeah,
it's a new one.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't see it lasting. I don't see, like I said, I don't see like Ninja streaming this game for, I don't see whatever the big PUBG streamers.
It'll be played because it's new. But
for a little, for like the first month or two. Yeah. But after that, I don't see that, which makes me sad because I think it is I think it looks like a good game, and I think it will be fun, and I think the fun will last. I think for this, for the people who will stick around, it's very interesting. The idea of mixing a bunch of multiplayer maps into like that giant map, like maps that everyone knows who have played these games, like Raid and Firing Range, like maps that, like, if you've played Call of Duty, you know these maps. Like, you're very aware of every corner and everything. And then you'll drop into that area and you're just in the multiplayer thing. But all the barriers that you see when you're playing the regular multiplayer are gone. You can just walk outside the map. And stuff like that is very weird looking. I think the weirdest thing is seeing the Call of Duty engine at this scale. Because it still looks...
You can see it not being able to render very far.
No, opposite. It renders pretty well.
Like not in high detail, but like at least it looks better than I thought it would. Like when you're up there.
This game shouldn't run. It should, like, the Call of Duty engine blows my fucking mind. Like how well optimized that engine is. Like, I'll say
they got lots of money behind it. They can do anything with it. Oh, for sure.
I'll say
they got people.
The graphics on regular PS4 are trash. Like, this game looks terrible unless you're running a PS4
People
Pro.
have said this game, I've noticed it too, it looks worse than 3. In some spots, the game like looks
on the regular,
and performs worse than 3.
On the regular PS4,
but that's the thing that matters.
Yes.
Most people still own and play the PS4 as their primary platform, and it looks worse than World War II, and looks a little worse than 3.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. Because some people that matters to them.
I'll say that the PS4 Pro looks fine. The PS4 Pro version, it's a, because usually with PS4, like the difference of graphics between PS4 Pro and regular PS4,
it varies from game to game.
It varies from game, but it's never like so obvious where you can glance at it and know instantly.
From what I've seen, the only one that like really you can tell it with is, I think, the second Tomb Raider game on Pro and like the new God of War.
Yeah, I was gonna say God of War. God of War is the biggest one.
I think like God of War looks like already really good on PS4, but like it performed. It's a performance thing.
But no, for this, you can glance at it and within a second you can know what they're playing.
Yeah, the footage I saw of it, I could tell it was on a regular 4.
It's a difference between like PC graphics low and high. Yeah. Sometimes
it looks like even from like low to medium, it's like that big of a jump sometimes with how this game feels.
It looks like it does, like the graphics wise, it doesn't look good.
I didn't expect to see it as much brown as I saw when they were fighting. And that made me go, I don't want to play this.
Fair.
It feels like the PUBG map.
Yeah.
I don't like PUBG's I look, and I was like, oh, it's going to be Black Ops, so it's going to be a little more varied. Like, actually, it's not. That's not its fault. I just forgot that it's just realistic settings.
It's one of the weird things, too, is it looks and feels a little bit... It's obviously closer to PUBG than Fortnite.
Well, yeah, because it's a first-person game, for one.
Well, it's a realistic military shooter.
And 2, they're going for more realism.
Quote-unquote realistic military shooter.
Well, can you double jump in this? No! Can you wall jump in this? No. And I don't want to play it.
Interesting.
Because that's the reason I never want to play PUBG. Not because the game's realistic, or like the way it shoots, even though it is like a more like an armor style. It's just how limited you are to do anything.
There's a lot of variation in Blackout, which I like.
There's more in PUBG other than just like weapon choice.
Oh no, yeah, I think Blackout. The reason why I say Blackout stands on its own compared to the other ones, I think it has what makes it unique is the way you can get weapons and vehicles and the move like different like abilities and stuff like that. Like there are perks and stuff you can get in this game. Mm-hmm. You can find perks and then activate them, and you'll have it for like 300 seconds or something. And then I don't know how long, but like you'll have like mobility perk, and it'll make you run faster for 2 minutes. And you'll have like a whatever perk, and it'll give you some attribute, dead silence, for example. Like it'll make it where your footsteps are silent. Like the same perks from multiplayer that you can activate. Stuff like that aren't really in any other. Maybe the closest one would be Realm Royale. Has stuff like that.
So it has some RPG stuff in it.
Yeah,
like, you get like
even then, it's so not that at all.
That's a different style of getting them, where you have to like sit at a place and hold the fort down.
One of the cool things is the zombies in Blackout. So
I couldn't find footage of that. So what the hell are up with them?
Okay, so there are 3 areas of the map that are parts of old zombie maps. So there's Verrucht, which is just all of Verrucht. It's actually not Verrucht. It's called Asylum, because it's the multiplayer map version
that Verrucht is based off of.
Yeah. So it's the entire multiplayer map of Verrucht. So but it's still Verrucht.
That's a good idea to put that one in there.
But it's still
since it covers both people's interests.
Yeah. And there's a part of transit which is funny. What's the second bus stop? The one where there's like the 3 buildings. There's like the diner, the
I know
the little shed, and then the other shed.
Yeah,
that area's there, and then there's.
Do you got to walk into the fog and have to mash the melee button every 3 seconds?
No, I wish. One of the things that I was hoping that they would do, and this was like a wish list on the Call of Duty Zombie subreddit, was that the fog, like the zone closing
would be what kills everybody.
Yeah, would
that just seems obvious. What do they use instead?
Nothing. It's just a regular fog like every other fucking whatever.
Ooh.
And I wish what it was like the transit fog, and denizens would get on you, and you'd have to deal with the denizens the same way you had to deal with in transit.
Or at least do like that yellow fart gas from the crawlers.
That would have been good.
Because that's the element that's even talked about in the story.
Yeah, the Nova
like it would have been
crawlers,
something.
Yeah. I think the denizens would have been good, because it's like the denizens obviously suck in transit. They're the worst. One of the worst parts about that map. But I think you're already
gonna die. Well, the thing is, you're gonna die if you stay in here too long.
Exactly. It's a great incentive to like, fuck, these things suck. I do not want to be in the fog at all, because these things are terrible, and it makes you really pushes you to move, and that would have been better, because the fog. Okay, this needs to be updated, because the fog in Blackout literally takes 1 tick of health every second. It's so slow.
Don't you have like 150 health?
Yeah,
which is already pretty high.
Yeah, and you can overheal to 200. But you can, that fog, like I'll see all the time players will be like, oh God, we're in the fog, like their first time. And then they'll realize how slow it is to die. They're like, oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
We'll just find a car or something and we'll just go, I guess.
The way the other games do it is that the longer the match goes on, the more damage it does.
I don't think so.
Yes, that's how Fortnite does it.
No, Fortnite does it. I don't think Blackout does.
No, I mean other games.
Yeah,
the way they make it interesting, they make it the fog way worse over time, is that the longer the match goes on, the more damage it does to you.
I don't think it does more damage. I think it just moves faster. Like,
the circles just moves faster?
No, I think the damage ticks down faster towards the end, but it's still not like Fortnite, where like by the like halfway through the match, you don't want to be in the fog, because it's enough to where it does some serious damage.
If you cannot run it, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Not in this game. You can, if you're in the fog, it's almost not even that bad. Which is kind of frustrating. Another thing that Treyarch already said that they're going to fix, which I like, because within like 6 hours, people said, "Hey, this is bad." And
the armor, right?
Huh?
Armor?
No,
that's what I saw Vanderbutt Boy talk about. It's like, yeah, we're going to change armor.
The armor is
because armor is overpowered.
Yeah,
everyone agrees that armor is either overpowered or just unfun to fight.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pause the podcast real quick. My job is calling me. Okay, Rick. So yeah, the armor thing. There's 3 levels of armor. Level 3 armor. I think the reason the level 3 armor is pretty OP, and I agree they probably should nerf it a little bit, because you can also overheal to 200, and so overhealing with level 3 armor is kind of annoying. Like you can shoot someone with like a war machine like twice and they'll still live. which is not good. I think the biggest thing that they already said that they're going to change is the pickup item system.
Oh, right.
You have to hold square.
Yeah, everyone's number one thing, I saw that too, was like, man, why is picking up so bad in this game?
Yeah, that's really bad. And then also when you're looting an enemy, there's no option to just take all
that's a really big
or like take all ammo or something.
That's a big oversight.
Yeah, so they said they're going to fix that.
But look at that stuff is just easy things like, we can just change.
Yeah, exactly. Input. So that's why they said within like hours.
That's better than like, the map is bad.
No, yeah,
that's hard to fix.
Everyone's saying that the map is good. Like everyone, I've heard no one say that the map is bad. I've heard no one say like it feels good. Like it seems like it's a good feeling game.
Because the base for Call of Duty has always been good.
Yeah.
No one's ever complained about it before. It's always been a good base. It's just what they built around it has either been not what people wanted or just not good.
It's interesting for Call of Duty also to like.
Well, there's also a good game for people to play there are people who would love to play Battle Royale games who can't get around Fortnite's building mechanics. For them, that's enough. And I get it. Like that's too much for them.
Oh yeah. I know a lot of people like that. All the PKA guys, like they say like, no.
Because they're all too old.
Yeah.
And they're not creative. That's why they don't make videos. I'm fucking around, but you know what I mean.
That's not true. Yeah, Kyle.
You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to have to learn this thing that isn't fun to them.
Yep. Like Kyle, I can see like someone like Kyle loving this because he only plays PUBG. He has like thousands of hours in PUBG, and he doesn't like the Fortnite.
And some people don't like PUBG.
Aspect.
Like I don't like PUBG mainly for its shooting mechanics. I don't enjoy that style of play.
Yeah.
And I don't like how big the map is and how time from kill to death is unfun. Like that game is only fun. Like I get it. I've had fun in that game. I'm playing in a squad. But even like I'm not a fan of like that whole loop of the game and the way damage works in it all. And then if you're not into any of those two games, what do you really have?
Yeah, I think this is a good.
And plenty of people have played Call of Duty or still do it, and they're familiar with the gameplay enough that it's like that part of the game the base of it, they're comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they know how this game works.
The learning curve is not very steep. Like
in terms of the gameplay, not like in terms of like tactics. That's different.
Well, the hardest thing I think to learn would be menu stuff and like just like.
Plus, everybody is like kind of on that because it's a new style of game mode for this.
Exactly. And I think
there's no fast-paced first-person battle royale game.
No.
They're all like a bit slower paced first person ones or third person, like your Scum or even though Realm Royale's not doing so good.
No, Realm Royale, yeah.
And your PUBGs. And then you only have like your fast paced weird ones like Fortnite and then all of its clones that nobody plays that are on mobile.
Yeah. And
there's no like traditional one.
No. And that's why I think this game will do well.
And the only options are this and Battlefield 5s. But 5s nobody's gotten to touch.
No, yeah, we don't know what that is yet. So I forgot that's one. But I honestly already discounting that one, the Battlefield 5s, because I don't think this game's I don't think Battlefield 5 is gonna fucking compete at all for any of these games that are coming out.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see on release.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe when the game comes out, everyone, the regular player base hates it. So remember, the people who are playing, it's a private beta.
Yeah. It's not. For Battlefield 5?
No. I mean for the Black Ops one.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Maybe when the public is into it, they don't like it.
I think today is already public. It's just yesterday was private.
Oh, okay.
So after the next couple days,
I mean, the casual people who don't even play betas or don't know what a beta is.
Yes. Like
your guy who buys NBA and COD and that's it.
Yeah, the two games they get every year is Madden.
Because games are expensive. It's like, why I only need 2 games? I got shit to do.
Yeah.
Which that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the real question is, will they like it?
Yes.
And that's for this because it's so new. It's not as weird as I thought it was going to be, but it's still a little out there for like the usual, like what I was expecting from it. It will have to wait and see. Like I think Battlefield seems a little too simple, but we have got no like solid details on it other than you can't play it solo, which is a really weird oversight. But we'll have to know because both these series are kind of going up and down in like their overall look for the public.
Yes.
And how popular they are because of the games exist. Like Fortnite took everything from everybody.
Yeah.
Like everyone plays it. And will the $60 game be enough to make them stop?
No. I've already.
Well, no, not to. He's not going to kill Fortnite. That's ridiculous.
No,
but I mean, in terms of like getting into the stop to play another game.
Like I said, I think
that's what I'm really curious about.
Like I said, I don't know.
People play Fortnite because it's the only one that they can kind of play, but they don't like it. They just play it because it's what everyone else plays.
That's kind of where I'm at.
But if they can just make their friends play something else, then they'll just do that. And that's what this option is trying to be.
And Call of Duty, they're banking on like we're Call of Duty. Like what this is. It's just that, but bigger.
And remember, people do like familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
People went back to Black Ops 3 when that zombie shit came out.
Yeah.
And that made no sense from a normal business standpoint, but this series is kind of one of those. Where it's comfy, I'm gonna go back, and people did. And World War II, like I'm not a fan of that game, but I'm a fan of the support that that Sledgehammer did for that game.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's really cool.
I wish the Sledgehammer games were better because man, Sledgehammer really cares about their games, like their Call of Duties, the Advanced Warfare, and this one. Like both of them, they're like, man,
all these weird new modes and temporary
the zombies,
cosmetics.
especially the zombies. I can see how much love is put into the zombies mode. It's just not what anyone wants for zombies.
Yeah,
but you can see it. It's like, oh, you want to do something here, don't you? They're doing their own thing. Yeah, and it's cool, but it's not what people want, which sucks. I just feel bad for Sledgehammer, kind of. I feel like they get a lot of hate.
They're a good dev in a bad position, just like Treyarch is.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
Fusion Call of Duty sucks. Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it all.
Right,
let my people free.
I'm gonna pause one more time, and then we'll move on to something else. Never mind, I lied. Jesus has to go because he has a big boy job.
I got things to be, things to do.
So that was the podcast. Bye.
Goodbye.
That was a fun ending.